Yes, the calendar page turned. It's a new year. But some of the things that we've implemented in real estate over the past 9 months are here to stay. So we're going to share 9 ways to better prepare for a virtual showing. Let's face it, virtual showings are probably here to stay for a while in the real estate industry. So as a home seller, how can you best prepare to maximize every virtual showing so that the buyers will move closer to putting an offer on your property? Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video. The first tip that I have for you, as I have for all of my sellers, is to declutter. Now, we want to make the home viewing process, especially when it's a virtual showing, as easy as possible in the eyes of the viewer. And when there's clutter in your home, going from room to room, in the hallways, even in the closets, it can be a distraction for not only the buyer, but also for the agent who might be doing the virtual showing. So how do you declutter? How do you know what to get rid of? It really is a case-by-case decision, but as few appliances as you can have on the counter, making sure that you take out all of those extra pillows off of the couch. If you have a lot of stuff on your walls or in your foyer, you might want to remove some of them. So those are just some ways to declutter. Now, tip number 2 might feel the same as tip number 1, although it is a bit different, and that is going to be to depersonalize. So if you are a huge fan of one sports team, maybe you don't need an entire room dedicated to all 11 or 12 championships. Or if your team doesn't have any championships, then definitely take all of that stuff down. If there are lots of family photos, while we love them while you're in the property, our purpose for depersonalizing is to make the new buyer feel at home there. And it's kind of hard for me to see myself living in a home when there are photos and stuff of all these strangers all around. So consider depersonalizing. Tip number 3 for you pet owners is to remove all signs of pets, or should I say furry family members. We don't want the new buyer, when they are doing this virtual showing, to know that there is a pet in the property. So remove dog bowls. If there are any scratches, we do want those covered before we do a virtual showing, because any small thing that could cause a buyer to say, well, maybe there's an odor in the house, I can't really pick that up from the video. We want to remove that potential obstacle before it even becomes an issue. Tip number 5, we know that we like lights. Video needs lighting. It's all about how light and how bright a room is. So you want to open all windows, all window blinds, all curtains before the virtual showing takes place. Be sure that any chance that you can, any way that you can, have all of the lights on, open the blinds. The lighter and brighter your home is, the better it is for the virtual showing process, and it's going to make it easier on the agent instead of having to do it as they're walking through the property. Tip number 6 is to plan a route for the house when it comes to the virtual showing. You as the seller, you probably know the best flow of the home. And if you don't, consider this before that virtual showing happens. Is there a flow of the room or of the property that just makes more sense so that we don't have to back in and out or show repetitive angles of dead space? If that is the case, have the agent walk through your home before they go live or before they record, so their client, so the buyer can say, I see how this house flows. I can see myself, envision us walking from the front door to the living area, to the dining room, outside to the patio or the pool area, coming into the master bedroom, bathroom, and back out of the front door. That type of feel. So just consider a route of the house before the virtual showing begins. Tip number 7 is to think about your prospective buyer. If your agent is doing the virtual showing, go ahead of time and tell them some personal stories about the home, of where you and your family spent time in the mornings on the patio or the balcony, or what a specific breakfast nook looked like, or if you have a reading area, the books that were read here, so that as the virtual showing takes place, they can relay these, and then it will help plant that seed of the virtual buyer seeing and envisioning themselves experiencing some of the same things that you did as the current homeowner. Tip number 8 is to tackle outdoor space. Prune any hedges or shrubs. Make sure that the yard is cut. We don't want these outdoor areas to be an afterthought as soon as we open that back door and say, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me move all of this clutter that we just pulled out of the house. So we want to think about and tackle the backyard or those outdoor spaces. And then tip number 9, clean up the entrance. We're not only talking about the exterior entrance, but the foyer. That first impression of your home is going to be so important, because this is what many buyers are going to base their entire decision on. Do we want to continue this virtual showing or not? Or have we mentally checked out when we saw the entrance in disrepair, when we came in and saw that the door handle was a little wobbly? All of those, we want to make sure that we clean up the entrance. So these 9 tips will have a dramatic and positive impact on your virtual showing when you get ready to sell your home and present it in the best light possible, because some of the stuff that we had last year is going to stay with us this year. If you found this video valuable and you like the information, I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so that you receive the most relevant, accurate information as soon as we publish videos. We'd love to hear your feedback on what you saw right here today. So leave us a comment, be sure to like, share this video, and until the next time I see you or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Take care.